Okay. Versatile Vigilante, Young Vince, Uncle Vinny have a very, very interesting guy in the building today. Hayden Currie.
How are you?
Going on, brother?
How's it going, dude?
Going well, man. How have you been?
Can't complain. I just sat in traffic for an hour, but that was fun.
Toronto traffic, man.
It's fucking wild. It's wild.
It hits you. But, sorry, what were you going to say?
No, it's just crazy.
It's crazy.
That's about it. Yeah.
That's about it. So, Hayden Currie, very interesting guy, like I said. You might see a bottle of rum sitting on the table
Island Diaz Spice Rum, LCBOs, Alberta, soon to be the States, East Coast. You know what it is. Just grab a bottle. You'll love it. It's delicious. 44.4% alcohol. Made in Toronto stockyards. Now they know.
Love that. That's a promo.
We got to try it, though. You haven't tried it yet.
I'm dying to try it, bro. That's
okay.
why I introduced it right away. I'm like, let's crack this ASAP.
Yeah, we got to try it, bro.
Here we go.
Okay, 1 second.
And there's no chaser in here, no juice. Just straight Diaz.
Straight Diaz. Cheers.
Cheers, bro. Oh, fire.
It's good, huh?
That's very good. Before the podcast started, Hayden says got a whiskey feel. Definitely does.
Yeah, I mean, like, so we don't add sugar back into the rum after, which a lot of spice rums do, so that makes it like a bit syrupy.
Right.
So we don't do that. We have a lot more like complex flavor profile. Like we have like 6 different spices in it. So you're getting all that. I always try to get people to try it on the rocks first.
Yeah.
And then after that, you know, do what you want. I'm a big rum and coke guy, so.
I love it, man. That's actually, the sugar and spice rum is typically why I'm not too much of a drinker of that. This is perfect.
Well, everyone has a story about like getting too fucked up on it.
Releasing
and then puking.
the Kraken.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. I've had a couple of those nights.
Always, bro.
But yeah, no, me and my partner, Chris Jacks, like we've been on this concept for a while. So Chris owns Nickel 9 Distillery.
Okay.
So I partner up with him. So my film production company partnered up with him. And then we created this. But we wanted like, we're sitting at my bar one time and we just wanted a spice rum to just be on the rocks. And that's not normally how you drink it. Right. So we're just trying to fix that and switch it up. But yeah.
I like that idea. That I think hits me right in the heart, bro. That's what I would drink on the rocks.
Well, what do you usually drink?
Whiskey. Either straight or on the rock. Anything, bro. I got a bottle of Crown there. I like pretty much every whiskey, just not on the sweeter side. That's my criteria.
Do you like bourbon?
Yeah.
Bourbon's good.
I like bourbon.
Yeah. I'm a huge bourbon guy. What about like an old fashioned?
Not really.
Really?
Not really, bro.
Oh, wow.
I love to drink too. I'm gonna be upfront about that, but I just never was a big mixed drinks guy. I like to either sip it, shoot it, or drink beer.
Dude, is that Pamela Anderson?
Yeah.
That was my first crush. That was the last white girl I was in love with.
90s Pamela Anderson is top notch.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
Okay, I'm 35. But yeah, no, it's still okay. Good.
Bro, even at like 6, 7 years
25-year-olds.
Shout out the whole gang.
Yeah.
Shout out Pamela Anderson.
Dude,
that's for sure.
She's wicked. Canadian.
Oh, bro, I love her, man.
She's the best.
I'm really trying to save the wrestling talk for later. She had an awesome wrestling angle back in the day.
You know what? I didn't even know about that until I started rewatching
Crazy, right?
What's his face? Kevin Nash's podcast.
Great podcast.
For some reason, I didn't realize that she was involved. And I was like a heavy wrestling guy. But I was like the Hulk Hogan dude, and then got out of wrestling, and then I got back into when Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels had their crazy feud.
Have you been watching A&E's been doing biographies?
Are you talking about the Shawn Michaels one?
I'm talking about all of them, but the Shawn Michaels one was fire.
More so like Beyond the Mat,
Excellent
like the Vice one. But I've seen the Shawn Michaels A&E one, and it was pretty heavy.
Crazy, right?
Like I didn't know he was like a drug addict for a while.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, insane.
So I can talk about wrestling all day, and we will talk about it more. But I want to learn more about kind of how you got into Island Diaz in the first place.
Yeah. Okay. So legend has it, my nickname is Roger Diaz. I got that. Do you know the rapper Buck 65?
No.
It's like a Halifax guy.
Buck 65.
He's got Junos. Like he's a Canadian like staple.
Okay.
Anyways, I was in one of his videos, and he named me Roger Diaz in like 2008, and it just kind of stuck. So since then, I've named my company Roger Diaz Films. I go by Roger Diaz, and at 3 a.m, I used to have these parties at my condo in like 2014. I'd just make a fake drink called the Island Diaz. I just hand everyone like Island Diaz. At first, they were like really good, and then we'd run out of certain things. It'd be just like Jameson and like Grey Goose.
Some jungle juice type shit.
Dude, it was gross, yeah. But I mean, no one cared, so. But after that, I just kind of like kept going. Like I'd go into bars and people would know who I was, so they'd just give me an island, quote unquote, Island Diaz. Or I know the bartenders, so. And that just, I mean, I just loved the name. So I started doing ads for Chris Jacks, who owns Nickel 9. And we had good chemistry, and we just figured we should do something together. So that's where this thing was born.
That's unreal, bro.
It's fucking nuts.
So indirectly, it was born from partying.
Yeah, partying took us there.
That's entrepreneurship.
It's crazy, right?
I love that.
Yeah.
Were those parties in Toronto?
Yeah. Well, I used to live in LA for a bit too, or during those times. So I was making some Island Diaz's in LA and a little bit in New York. So it traveled with me. Okay, and then I was directing shows across America, and my crew we'd always have Island Diaz's. And it'd be like, at that point, we were really into moonshine. So we'd have like moonshine and, what's the tequila, like margarita mix?
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't the greatest, but it was.
It wasn't,
got you fired up. Got you fired up for sure.
It was great in other ways. There we go.
100%.
So you mentioned you have a film background.
Yep.
Definitely want to go into that. But the question I had for you with Island Diaz that I wanted to ask you was, how's it been kind of going into a completely different lane than you might be used to?
I mean, challenges with everything. But so Chris kind of handles all production.
Okay.
So, we came up with the recipe together. He obviously knew more what he was doing. I would just kind of taste them. But so he handles like, the bottles from filling to product done to like, to the stores. Whereas I kind of handle all content, which I've been doing for, I've been in film for 15 years. So content's just like second nature to me. Right. So I just wake up every day and just try to do as much content as possible. And I think that's our whole angle. Like we did 90 pieces of video content in our first year, so 2021. And it's definitely like pushed us forward pretty quick. Like within 1 year it's really trippy just to think about it, but like we did Dragon's Den based off like how much content we were pushing. Like they thought we were a company that was around for more than a year.
Right.
We've just done a lot of collabs with a lot of different people. We got in the LCBO within 4 months, which usually takes people like 1 or 2 years. And it's going really well, by the way. So check your local LCBO. If it's not there, ask for it, please.
Demand it.
And then I also have like, being around bars and having one, I just know a lot of bar owners. So they've obviously like loved to support it. We're like around my neighborhood, Mannequin, Churchill, Lakeview. There's
Garrison.
just Garrison. No, but we could be. I should talk to them. Yeah. Do you like Garrison?
I like it because this past weekend I walked by and there was a punk show. It was just
Are
like
you into 100.
Punk? I like punk, but I wouldn't like go dress up and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Everyone was dressed up. I'm like, this is sick. This is a vibe.
Definitely a vibe for sure.
Very much a vibe. But that's sick, bro. You know what I like about what you were describing there? Your partner in it has a skill set. You have another skill set. Both use it to push the brand even further. I love to hear shit like that.
Well, we also have one of my best friends growing up, Iqbal Singh. He's a lawyer. So I met him when I was like 14, so I definitely trust the hell out of him. But he's been doing all my contracts since I started in film. So we got him in right away. So he's a partner with us, and he just handles all legal, which is great, especially dealing with alcohol.
That is huge, man.
That's a big thing, yeah. So content, production, and legal. So it's all in-house.
All in-house. Each member of the team has a clear role.
We all kind of dibble and dabble here and there, but really, like we're all trying to sell it to everyone. Right?
Yeah.
Like any bar that we know, and all our friends. So, but eventually, maybe we'll have like roles.
Right.
Like no one's going to do a Photoshop thing, or no one's going to edit a video. That's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
But
you got that stamp.
Totally.
Shout out Island Diaz, man. Go buy some Island Diaz. It tastes excellent. I'm going to be sipping this throughout this whole interview. Big shout out to the brand.
Oh, thanks. First time trying it, too.
I love it, man. This is very good.
I'm not paying them.
Yet.
Yeah. Soon.
No, fire. I love it. Keep doing your thing with this. Excellent.
Thank you.
Filming game.
Yeah.
I know you've done interviews before. I was watching an interview you did in the past, but just for Vigilante audience, talk a little bit about how'd you get involved in making films, making videos in the first place?
So, like, I think skateboarding was like the main culprit. I always like kind of liked acting. I thought I was gonna maybe pursue acting, and I figured out maybe I should just direct first and then put myself into things. So I got into film school when I was 18. So I'm originally from Wasaga Beach, moved to Toronto, 18, went to film school. The only real knowledge I had was just filming skateboarding, which is not really, I mean, it's enough. Now there's a lot more knowledge out there on YouTube, but
Right.
this is 15, 16 years ago.
Mixtape days.
Yeah.
Classic shit.
Totally. Like VHS mixtapes. Yeah. Film school, and then just kind of getting on set. I just knew that was kind of the route where you just had to like volunteer on set, do that for a while, and then I was always doing my own projects. And I still am, but that's the only thing that really like skyrocketed me to direct. If I didn't do that, like it was not just putting money into myself, investing in myself at an early age, I don't think I would be a director. I think I'd still be, not to say it's bad, but I'd probably still be crewing or like shooting
Right.
or that kind of stuff. So
That's interesting. Do you feel like it was because you weren't going to get cast in something, or you just felt like, I've got to just have creative control over this shit?
yeah, you know what? I don't even know. I just figured I got a lot of weird ideas and creative ideas. I think I should just kind of go that route and just see where it takes me. The acting thing was kind of like a childhood stuff, like dream. Now I do it because I have to, because with the brand we started during COVID, so you couldn't really just have actors at the studio.
True.
So I just decided I'd just play all these people. So that wasn't really like the end goal, but now it's just working. So now that's kind of our brand, which is kind of funny.
It is cool, man. I mean, watching the ads and watching all your videos, like, it's very interesting stuff to see. Like, a clear theme in a lot of stuff. With alcohol commercials in history, it's been hot girl, drink, and that's pretty much
We got
it,
hot girls.
and or like the Dos Equis guy, like just cool ass guy.
Yeah.
Yours is like a little short film,
Yeah.
and I'm like, this is fucking creative, bro.
Thank
You
you.
don't see that
Thank
every
you.
day.
Yeah, I kind of like, I used to direct a lot of sketch comedy. I still do. So I kind of implemented that like across the board, especially with the characters like the Hank the Hunk guy, Gary Diaz, all these Ken Zimmerman. It just kind of fits in really, really well, right? And it's almost easier for me. Like I write those like the night before, we shoot them, and I edit them that night, so they're out the next day.
Love that.
Which is crazy because I've done bigger commercials like, Jack Link's commercials where they don't come out for 2 or 3 months. Because, once you shoot it, then there's
There's a
post.
process.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously that's the route you have to do it. But like with a small batch distillery bottle of rum, you kind of want to just get shit out.
Facts. Very relatable. That's how I am with this shit. Like,
Yeah,
let's
so
get it
you're a
done, let's
filmmaker
put it
too,
out.
yeah?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I filmed this.
Yeah, it's making films.
Okay.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah.
Are you a film buff? Like,
Not really, dude. Yeah, I was in film school. I was like, watched all like the ones you had to. Now I kind of just don't really watch that much. Stranger Things, love that. Ozark, but like very rarely am I into episodic things or going to see the newest movie, which is unfortunate. I just rather kind of work.
I like that, man. That's very interesting because I think the cliche answer would be yes, like watching.
No, but I
films is
should be. Like, I shouldn't even said that. I should have just been like, yeah, dude, fucking.
I don't agree though, bro, because your journey's your journey, bro. And you
For
obviously
sure.
have a vision too, so it's working. I think that's also cool because maybe you don't have as many outside influences and you're able to actually develop a style.
True. I should actually send you my movie, the film student movie.
I watched a chunk of it yesterday.
You
I was
did?
dying. I didn't watch all of it, but I saw part of it, and I was dying when you go to the classroom and you start drinking out of the flask.
Yeah.
Fucking legendary. That was a while ago, right?
We shot that in 2012.
2012.
So it's 10 years.
And it's on your YouTube for anyone that's watching. Full length film.
Yeah, feature. Hour and a half.
Free on YouTube. No excuse.
Free.
Talk about that, bro. That was your first film you ever made?
Yeah. So made a bunch of films before that, but like that's the first feature. So we did that 2012. Everyone in that movie is basically my friend. So we just kind of, you know, some of them are actual actors, but most of them are just friends of ours.
I like, sorry to interrupt, I like the Toronto like backdrop too. It was all Toronto.
Yeah.
Love that.
Oh yeah, we shot
like Toronto Public. What was it? Some art place or something like that?
No, that was in Orangeville. We just like VFX that.
There we go.
Yeah,
Film tricks.
Pardon me. Yeah, so that was the craziest experience because, you know, we went in there with no investors. So except for Scotty Taylor, he put in like $5,000 into that. And then later on, Sebastian Kennedy and Zach Dolmage came on, like, I would say the second block of shooting as producers. And yeah, but like the first chunk of it, like actually for 2 years while we're like editing and reshooting things, it was a nightmare for me. It was fun, it was great, and I have a movie, but it was tough, really tough.
Was that because you had more responsibility
than
you ever had?
No money and just like, yeah, way more responsibility.
So
like
you were directing and producing?
Me and TJ Derry co-directed it, co-wrote it. We were both in it too. He's the French guy, blonde hair. Yes. So we were doing everything, and then like when we had to reshoot stuff, you know, I'd be doing sound, he'd be shooting it. It was just chaotic. So I always remember it being like, oh, boot camp. Yeah. But like watching it now, I'm just like, yeah, it's funny.
Would you say that was a huge part of like getting better as a filmmaker?
Yeah.
That process?
Yeah, I would say before then, because we edited it too, right?
Yeah.
So before then, you know, we would do a project or I would do a project and it would just be, you know, tedious editing, like hours and days. And after that, so that's, you know, with the On the Diaz stuff, I edit all that stuff. So we'll shoot, you know, 5 or 6 things in a day and I'll just edit them the next day within like 2 or 3 hours.
That's huge.
It's super huge. We usually do 2 takes. If I know I got it, we just move on. Because again, I'm not trying to make stuff that's going to like live on TV forever. It's just I need people to see things, see the logo, and just And as long as it's funny, like who cares?
In 2022, that's what it is. Like you need to be consistent with the content.
For sure. And mind you, you know, we do the bigger ones as well, but like I just want to be in everyone's feed at all times.
Facts.
You know, whether they delete me or not, I don't care. It's just I want to keep pushing. So, yeah, it's really, really hard to kind of keep quality over that. But again, my writing is pretty good. So I know, like, people are laughing and people want to keep seeing what's happening. Yeah. So it's just fast content, you know?
Yeah. You need something like that, bro. And a liquor brand is so good because it's a crowded market. You need something to...
Yeah, for sure.
Stand out a bit. Like, there's a lot of cool bottles, a lot of good alcohols, good products, but marketing, I think, is that thing that takes you to that next step.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And, like, yeah, that's again why when we were first thinking about it, you know, I was going to handle, like, the bigger commercials and just, you know, do 1 a month. But then I was like, fuck it, let's just go balls to the wall. Like,
yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, no one's really pumping content like we are. You know, we kind of slowed down. We kind of brought out the bigger guns now, but even to this day, everyone's kind of telling me I should be just more TikToking, which I got to figure out how to do.
Oh, bro, I completely agree. You need to be on TikTok.
Yeah.
It's not that bad, bro. I was a TikTok like denier at first. I got on it. I'm like, it's not that bad.
You know what? I just don't want
through it all day.
I just don't want it on my phone, but I think I need it, so I'm gonna just
get Google a second phone just for TikTok.
Yeah, there we go.
Phone, trap phone.
It's in the budget.
There we go. There we go. It's interesting too because you said your film was 2012. It was completely different at that time in terms of content. Like you needed to. Like, it wasn't as easy as to put shit out as it is now.
No.
I'm sure you could have done that same film now in a completely different manner than what you did at the time.
Yeah, it probably would have been this way now.
Crazy, right?
You know, like...
In 10 years? That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I was talking to my partner about that, too. I was saying everything's got to be vertical. As much as I don't like vertical, it's just, you know, that's more real estate on your phone.
Yeah.
So, and you're trying to take it up. Yeah, I just can't see myself doing a film vertical, but who knows?
Yeah, never say never.
Yeah, right. Fuck. But yeah, no, man, it's been since then. Like I'd say, you know, I started in 2006, I guess, 2007. Did the feature in 2012. You know, did a fucking shit ton of music videos beforehand. Still do them once in a while. But that film was really the thing that just kind of like I knew why I was directing, you know, and it had to be comedy.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
from there, did a bunch of commercials, did some shows. I used to direct Food Factory USA. I was on those shows for like 3 years, so I was basically touring as a working director in the States for like 3 years. I'd be in Canada like 1 month a year. So it was different hotels like every other day. It was tough. It was a lot of work, but you know, even that kind of taught me a lot, just because we're working just with people, like regular people, so they're not actors. So you got to figure out how to get something out of them. But from there, yeah, I mean, when COVID hit, we, you know, pushed this super heavy, and now we're here.
Now we're here.
COVID's over, I'm pretty sure.
In my fucking world, it is. That's for sure.
Yeah, totally.
Hell yeah, bro. So you moved to, where'd you move, LA for 3 years?
No. I moved to LA for maybe 2 or 3 months, but in this, like, for 3 years, I was just in the States. Like, just
moving.
Yeah, hotel to hotel. So we would be in a different city every 3 or 4 days.
How was that lifestyle for you?
Oh, it was wild. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I was single, so yeah, it was
a little bit of a wrestler lifestyle there.
Yeah, it was fucking something else. I'm glad I'm not doing it now.
Yeah.
You know, that was, 7 years ago, I guess, 8 years ago.
I asked that question because traveling is sick, but sometimes it's not glamorous at all, bro. Like, to go from somewhere to somewhere all the time, like, I feel like that could get pretty taxing.
Like, even my girl, she loves to travel, and I always find, like, now traveling to me is sort of just, maybe PTSD of just hopping on a plane every couple of days.
Yeah.
But now I haven't done that for so long that I'm just now relaxing because it's not work anymore. But before, I just always thought work, right?
Right.
So
Finding that
especially
balance.
as a freelancer, you're always it's in the back of your mind. Like, you always need to find the next job too, right? So getting on a plane, you think you're going to work, but you're just supposed to be chilling, and you don't know how to do that. So
right. Before the commercials, how were you kind of making your stuff? Like, how long after film school did you start to kind of get paid for shit?
Kind of like maybe 3 months after.
Okay.
But I was PAing though.
Okay.
Like production assistant, which I think everyone should do.
Explain what that is a little
Production
bit.
assistant is basically the bottom of the barrel, but you're able to learn everyone's job because people will bring you over there to the trip department, to the camera department, and just kind of like get you to do stuff. But you're getting like $200 a day. Not bad, but like you're kind of like any film student, I feel like, gets into a PA route, and you're not directing right away, and that's the misconception. So, but it's good. That's what I did. I climbed the ladder, and I know what every department does, so I'm not like rushing this person, rushing that person. I'm giving the proper time, and I think it is really, really important. You can't just come out and be a director. I mean, you can. People do it. I just didn't do it. If I did that, I wouldn't really know much. So,
very relatable, bro. I'm big on that type of shit. Like, yo, take your time to learn something. It's not. You don't have to jump super deep into the deep end,
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Just pay your dues.
Yeah.
And then, people respect that. I feel like a lot more. They see you climbing the ladder, and then they're more like stoked when you're doing shit. So.
Especially when they've done that, even in whatever field that they're in, completely separate from yours. I think there's a common kind of respect.
For sure. It's like, it's like the guy that owns the company, his son comes in and he's the vice president.
Exactly. Yeah. Horrible bosses type shit.
Yeah. Great movie.
There we go.
Yeah.
You said comedy was what you always wanted to make. Were you like a funny kid, or like a class clown type?
Yeah, I was pretty funny. I mean, I was like, I was never trying to get in trouble. I mean, we'd always get in trouble, but like growing up in Wasaga Beach, I feel like, it's a totally different place than Toronto, so yeah, funny, but also not to the point where I'm putting myself out there like I am now.
Right.
Like, it's still a small town. There's still like, well, now there's more, but at the time it was like 14,000 people. Really, back then, we were doing comedy stuff, but it was more, reciting movie quotes, and we skateboard, and that's about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm thinking right now, it's interesting because you don't meet a lot of people in Toronto from Wasaga. Everyone goes to Wasaga in the summer, but I don't meet too many people from Wasaga, so I feel like that's interesting in its own, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's fucking crazy growing up there. Well, the reason why it's crazy, because in the winter, you know, there's the locals. And I always joke, like, I've been, you know, in more fights with my best friend than, like, my enemies. You know, because there's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
So everyone just kind of fights there. And then in the summer, we just get in fights with all the tourists. You know, like all the, you know, Brampton, Mississauga, all these types of dudes with the done-up Civics. It just happens. You know, there's a city or a town that has 24,000 people, and then it has 124,000 people. You know, it gets pretty annoying.
That's crazy to think about, man.
It's nuts, dude. I moved when I was 18, so you know, when I was 16, we were going to all the bars, and it was just wild. But like, yeah, that town's kind of Ozark kind of reminds me of that town.
Okay,
in a bit.
Yes, I've seen it. Yeah, I know.
You been to Wasaga?
I've been, but I've not been like a lot of people have. Like, I don't have any crazy Wasaga stories or anything like that. I went as like a kid.
Yeah.
I should go more.
You should go. I don't go nearly enough as much as I should.
Let's go, bro. We'll do.
Where are you going? You want to go tonight?
We'll do a tour.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, we should do that.
Wasaga tour. I'm actually down, bro.
Yeah.
That would be good content.
It'd be great. We got to do it soon.
This is official.
It's happening.
Let's get it, man.
I'm going there next weekend, so yeah.
Yo, I'm down.
Let's do it.
Okay, sick. Might have some Wasaga content on the way. We'll keep you posted. That was a question I've always wanted to ask, though. Like, for people that live in like a summer destination, is it a bit of a fucking rivalry when the city folk come through?
Not.
I'm good for now. I'll top that up in a bit.
It's just like a weird. I don't know. It's a tough place, right? Like, it's some of the toughest guys I know are from there.
Right.
Because, you know, they're just it's just like a totally different planet in a way. It's like a mini Miami. Yeah. You know? Yeah, I didn't really realize it until like maybe grade 4, grade 5, and I just noticed, you know, where I live, 39th Street to the main end was just jammed packed with cars. And I just, you know, it's wild seeing all these people coming to your town just trashing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
It is crazy, bro. Did that have any impact? This might be a stretch, but like, did that have any impact on wanting to make films? Like seeing that kind of
No,
stuff?
man, I didn't even know what I was seeing, to be honest. Yeah. Like, when I was growing up there, I just wanted out. I just wanted to not be there.
Okay.
But funny enough, I did write like, I wrote the pilot, but in a whole season called Wasaga Beach. And it's kind of just like guys that are still there and still dealing with the tourists.
Is it
it's sort of a comedy, but there's some dark stuff that happens too. Like, the town itself has a little bit of, you know, a dark side to it. For sure.
Is that filmed or it's written? It's just written.
COVID happened and just kind of lost momentum. But yeah.
That's a dope concept, though. I like that a lot.
It's cool, man, for sure. Hopefully it happens at some point. I'm sure it will.
When you came to Toronto, was it like a kind of a culture shock for you?
No, because like all my family lives in Toronto. My nana, and grandpa, they had a house at Jane and Woolner. Mm-hmm. So I would be kicking around there like every summer. So no, it was different living here though, in a way that I just, you know, I didn't have a car. It was like, you know, everyone had cars.
Right.
Just rode the bus, went to film school. I just found when I got here, it was just a little bit more accepting in a way. You know, like, no one's really in your business, which is, interesting. Like, you're just, like Toronto, I find is, you know, shit happens, obviously, and shit happens everywhere, but it's, for the most part, it's pretty, like, chill, pretty respectful.
100% agree. I like kind of, like, there's a thing where I think, no one gives a fuck, but that's pretty free. No one gives a fuck. Like, could do your thing.
Totally.
Always like that about the city.
It's great. Like, just dress however you want to dress, and I don't know, do the rest of it. Yeah, exactly. Do the rest of it. Do your thing, bro. Do your thing.
I feel that. When did you start with the music videos? Because you got a really good catalog of the videos.
Oh, dude, I've done hundreds. I started actually through Jane and Woolner.
Oh,
so I knew all the guys there. Yeah, so film school, I started, meeting a bunch of more rappers, and I just would just network with them, and it was an easy way to make money because they needed a video, I needed to better my demo reel.
Yeah.
Whether it was, I think we used to do them for like $500, and I just go with a camera to like Jane and Finch, Victoria Park, and like Finch. No, does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, all over the city. We just go all over. So, tons of stories about that kind of stuff too. One time, the Johnstones?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I used to direct all their videos.
Yes, I saw that on your website there.
Yeah. So we actually did a fake hood video, and we went to Woolner, where I was from, so I knew the guys there, and I got them to come down to be in this midday, but we had a bunch of fake guns, and the whole precinct got called out. Dude, it was wild. So when this was happening, I was like, oh, we just got to tell them it's a joke. And Ryan Long, do you know Ryan Long? Pretty famous comedian now. Like, he's living in New York, but he was like the lead singer of the Johnstones.
Okay.
So he ran over, and then they drawed guns right away. And then next thing you know, like 14 cop cars are there. We're all getting beat up. They're kicking my camera. They have us all arrested, all cuffed on the ground. It's middle of February, kicking us, asking us if we have drugs on us. It was insane. The craziest part, I had my friend Darren, who's deaf. I used to live with a bunch of deaf guys. That's, I guess, another story. So he was like right beside me, and they were like, "Put your hands up!" And they didn't know he's deaf, so they just started. I'm like, "He's deaf." They're like, "Shut up!" And they kicked me a bunch, and they started kicking my camera. Like, "What's this?" And I'm like, "It's a kid. Like, what are you talking about?" I had a bunch of weed on me at one point, so I ditched the weed. They're like, "You got any crack on you?" It was It was wild, yeah. So anyways, they pull you up, and they pull you up by the cuffs, obviously, because they're fucking crazy. Throw us against the fences, and I'm like, I ended up talking us out of it because my license still says Wasaga Beach. Yeah. So they're like, "Are you from Wasaga Beach?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Do you know where you're at?" I'm like, "No, I'm in film school." Blah blah. They're like, "This is not where you should be doing this." I'm like, "All right." So they ended up letting us out, and then the guys that I called that were living in the buildings, one of them was in the car. So I talked to one of them. I'm like, "Dude, if anything, you got to let him go and just take me, because I can't let that happen."
Fact.
They ended up letting him go, but I was ready just to go down, and then I was like, "Sorry, dude." He's like, "Oh, this shit happens all the time." I'm like, well, thanks for being understanding.
Fucking crazy.
It was crazy. Well, we all had gun charges.
I was gonna say, what happened? Because if the guns were fake, what would they have done? And they gave you gun charges.
Yeah, I don't know why, but they eventually got dropped. But yeah, my one friend got pulled over, and yeah, he had
a warrant?
Yeah.
Holy,
it was crazy.
For a gun.
Mine, I don't think mine ever kind of popped up anywhere. I think they dropped it soon enough, but yeah, it was insane. So
that's crazy. I thought you were gonna say they just told us to fuck off.
No, man, they beat the shit out of us,
wow.
Dude. Yeah.
And they gave you charges.
I think by accident. They knew the guns were fake. I think
just to fuck with you.
I don't know. I gotta look into that. Maybe that was so long ago. That was 2010.
That's a fucking crazy story, bro.
Yeah, it was wild. So yeah, if you got a video, I'm not going to your hood. I will, but I don't want to.
Two things. One, I've had other directors in here before that shoot rap videos, and they always say the same thing. Be careful, where you are. You've got to know where you are physically. Dude. They always say that. Oh, for sure. Yeah, a lot of these guys, I've been around them all, and they are, a lot of talk of big game, and then when shit comes down, it's your own life, right? So yeah, be careful. Yeah, and trust me, I've done videos for every one of your OGs. I've probably done a video with them or talked about doing a video with them, and yeah, so it's fucking crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Now, you know what? Now it's I look at all these young directors and yeah, get some money, but yeah, be careful, or just do whatever you want. Yeah, but there are consequences. Can be, yeah. It's getting that way, I feel. But did that situation kind of make you go a different direction at all? No, not really. Just keep doing it. No, I still need to make money, so I just kept doing it. But How does the music video process work? Was it labels reaching out to you? Did you have kind of a contract with a label? Like,
No, there would be some label stuff.
okay,
But you know, if a guy in a hood that had like $2,000, we'd just go and write a concept and go shoot it there or wherever we wanted to shoot it. Yeah, a lot of just networking.
yeah.
Yeah, because back then it wasn't like it is now. Like Toronto was not really where it is now. You know, like 2010, 2009, 2008, 2007, like no one was getting paid. Like Drake wasn't really there. He was there, but he wasn't. So it was until Drake kind of did what Drake did. You know, now labels are popping up here and there, but yeah, it was, no one was really tossing money how they were. And there was no streaming either, so there's no way to make money from.
Yeah, you couldn't rapping. Really upload anything that. I mean,
yeah,
YouTube was kind of there.
Yeah, but like, even then, like no one knew how to use it.
No,
you know, like so. Yeah, I mean, we back in the day we would get local rappers on Rap City, like Bunch of Music, and that was like a big feat.
That's sick.
Yeah, like when I was like, fuck, I used to watch this all the time.
I would be geeked about that.
It was dope. It was super dope. But like again, there's no monetization with rapping back then in Toronto, but now there is, and I feel like there's a lot of good content coming out and a lot of good music coming out of Toronto. I
would agree, and you touched on a good point there. It's definitely been more established over the last decade or so. Like
100%.
No conversation.
Totally. Like Rolling Loud's coming here.
Crazy, right?
That's nuts.
Crazy.
It's not nuts. You know what? No, it's good. It's amazing. But yeah, like that wouldn't have happened.
No, it shouldn't be crazy, but it still is.
Yeah. Totally.
I like that, man. I was on your website too, going to doing my research, and I saw Platform.
Yeah.
The short film.
So Platform is a short film like co-directed with Terry McGlade, and Sebastian Kennedy actually produced it, who helped me produce Film Student. But that was like a dramatic piece. But that like killed the festival circuit.
It was excellent, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah. I loved it.
Yeah?
I loved it. I'm not gonna lie, the first time I watched it, I didn't quite understand it.
Yeah.
Watched it a little bit. I watched it again. I read a little kind of bio of it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I liked it a lot. Black and white.
Yeah, it's fucking. Is it black and white?
Or dark? It's very dark.
It's dark. Yeah, it's not black and white. I don't think, but maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe I'm fried. Very likely.
You might be colorblind. I don't know.
It was still fire though. No, I liked it, bro.
Yeah, that was a crazy thing. We rented the subway for 2 days, which was.
That's what I wanted to ask you too. Like, was that actually in the station? That's
so
crazy.
Bay Station. There's Lower Bay Station, which they rent out to all the movies. Yeah, so we rented that out. But dude, it was not cheap. It was like $22,000 for 2 days.
Holy fuck.
With the the second day having the train for 6 hours or 4 hours or something.
Wow.
So we shot a lot of that stuff without the train.
Right.
Obviously, movie magic,
Yeah.
But and then that was a pretty crazy task. And actually, we shot that February 2020. So COVID was happening, but like we were in the subway station, no mask, And then I'm pretty sure I quickly flew to LA mid-March, and I came back as soon as like we got locked down, which is also wild.
That is wild. You accomplished a lot in a pretty small window there.
Yeah, it was scary. Like when I was flying back, I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah.
With no hand sanitizer, no toilet paper. I was worried.
Not a high point in humanity.
Yeah, no, it's not fucking crazy.
So you guys made that together. You co-directed it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like co-directing? Is it something where it's like I'd rather be on my own, or?
No, I mean I didn't mind it. Terry's like 70 or something.
Interesting.
Yeah, so he came to me and Sebastian to kind of like execute it. So we were co-directing, but he was behind the monitor, and I was kind of just like going, sergeant all over the place,
running around.
But no, he trusted me, so that was good. It was his concept originally, and then we just kind of like made it work,
cool,
or made it work to his liking. So, and then I've co-directed with TJ a lot. Like we did the last campaign together too, the Island Diaz.
So,
What's Your Island? Did you see that?
I may have. I gotta go back.
Yeah.
A lot of content, bro.
A lot, yeah, right? It's crazy.
Love it.
Yeah, I like it. I do like doing stuff myself because I work quick and I like getting stuff out as soon as I think about it. I think that's the best way for me. I don't like sitting on things. Otherwise, I get like less motivated about it.
Yeah.
Maybe even stressed in some way. Yeah, I just like getting stuff done and getting it out.
Very relatable.
Yeah.
And I think that was going back to like that mixtape culture, even for music. I think that was the spirit at the time. Like, let's make this and put it out. It wasn't so much like strategic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I definitely came up on that type of stuff too. So I feel what you're saying on that.
Did you grow up here in Saga?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
But I've lived in Mississauga my whole life pretty much, but I've been on the Etobicoke border my whole life.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking a 20-minute drive to the city all the time. So that's why I tell people, like, bro, I'm actually closer to Toronto than Square One most of the time, you know?
You're closer to Toronto than I am.
It's interesting.
Somehow.
It's interesting.
And I live in Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an interesting city, man.
Yeah, like from my
Geographically.
front of my house to the back, it takes me like 15 minutes.
Really?
No, but like, but it could.
You got a good poker face.
I mean, you believe me, perfect.
Not so we have people banging on your door, but you're an Ossington guy currently.
Yeah.
Very unique part of the city. Very interesting part of the city. How you like living out there?
It's good. I've been there for about 6 years, I guess, and hanging around there for, I don't know, 8 or 9. It's good. You know, we all know each other. Mm-hmm. You know, it's pretty friendly. I mean, the weekends get fucking crazy, but I've seen that street just kind of glow up, like super gnarly, like in a good way.
I was talking to my dad, who's lived in the city his whole life, and he's like, Ossington used to be nothing. Like, there used to be nothing. Nightlife there. Nothing.
It was, yeah, no.
Which is wild to me, because now it's like, fuck.
That's the
going
spot.
Crazy.
Yeah. That, King Street.
Yeah. Real shit. When you moved here you moved to Jane, mm-hmm. and then did you go downtown after that? What was your next move?
I went to the beaches.
Went to the beaches, okay.
Which was in like a totally different vibe. Have you been to the beaches?
I love the beaches.
The beaches is so chill.
Love it.
One time, me and my roommate, we moved a TV in, and we had both doors open. Like, we wedged them both open to get this TV up our stairs. And then we got the TV up onto the cabinet, and we just fell asleep on the couches. Both of us fell asleep on the couches for like 6 hours, I swear. Woke up and like the doors were like no one came in. It was I was like, okay, I'm finally safe.
Like, it's a cool place.
It's crazy, man. Yeah. You know, I lived there for like maybe 3 years, and then I moved to Scarborough, so Warden and Danforth, the Cataract area, for maybe another 3 years, and then after that I moved a little bit more deep Scarborough. No, I moved back to the beaches, then I moved Scarborough, and then I got those shows in the States, so I was just like, gave up my places, lived in the States, then went to King and Shaw. And then from King and Shaw, now I'm at like Ossington area.
Dope. You moved around a good amount.
Yeah.
It's a great way to see where you live too.
Totally. I mean, I love the beaches. I just don't think I could live there now just because all my friends are West End. And it's just, there's nothing that I can, I mean, I like it. It's just, it's too chill.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You ever been to Vancouver before?
Yeah,
I got that vibe there too. I love it. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, I'd rather come here to chill than to live, I think.
Yeah, I shoot a lot in Vancouver. My sister actually lives out there.
Nice.
And my girl, a lot of her family's out there.
Okay, sick.
So, yeah, I'm out there pretty often.
You like it out there?
I love it. I can see myself moving out there once I'm, like, don't have to hustle at all.
It's a very cool place, man.
Yeah, every time I'm shooting out there, I lose my mind because no one's on things, you know. They'll get to you like a day later or whatever. Yeah, it's like hippie island.
Very much so, but it's still like a pretty big city.
It's a big city, but everyone's just chill.
Chill as
Which
fuck.
Maybe I should be more chill. I don't know, but
man, when I went, so that was my first place I went to after like COVID and shit. I went last summer.
Yeah.
Because the flights were super cheap last year. I don't know if you remember. So I'm like, okay, let's go to Vancouver, man. I was like taken aback by how chill it is. I'm like, this is unbelievable.
It's crazy, dude. Yeah, like again, going out there and hanging out is one thing, but going out there and shooting, and where everything's got to happen like this, it's a different thing. You know, you get stressed out. Like I know, like a lot of producers out there, they have rain days. So they're like, they budget in an extra day. I'm like,
Just to chill.
yeah. I'm like, but I guess it does rain a lot, but still, I mean, I just, yeah.
Are you a Seinfeld guy by any chance?
Love Seinfeld.
They're like
Love
human.
Seinfeld.
They don't work in the rain.
They don't work in the rain. No. Newman doesn't work in the rain.
That is a fire idea where I'm going to work with that excuse.
Let's just
tomorrow.
go there, dude. We're working too hard out here.
That was honestly though, that going to see that, because I've been to other places, but in Canada there's never been another place where I was like really like struck by, like
Yeah.
Vancouver, and I'm like, wow, man, this is very interesting place.
Dude, it's beautiful out there. Like, again, I've been hustling my whole life, and eventually I'm gonna have to stop. I hope I can stop. And yeah, I live out there for sure.
Sick place.
You know, because I just want to like chill out, and then that's the place to do it.
Man, you have a fucking ocean on one side and mountains on the
Yeah.
other. Like, that's unheard of.
Totally, yeah, totally. And it's still in Canada, which is
Yeah,
fine by me.
that was the thing that kind of tripped me out. So the hustling thing, you feel like you're kind of addicted to the hustle in a way?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of just was forced to hustle at a, like an early age, in a way, you know, like selling cigarettes out of my locker, or I was actually telling someone I used to sell Krispy Kremes in high school. So I used to drive in Wasaga Beach. You couldn't get them, so I'd drive to Barrie, buy boxes, bring them to my locker in Collingwood, where my high school was, and I'd sell Krispy Kremes.
How much was the Krispy Kreme rate at the time?
Fuck, I don't even know. This pre-inflation,
Fucking
you know, this is like
tax them,
probably
man.
20 years ago. So
$20 a donut.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, I don't know what it was. I think it was more in bulk too, but
Dope.
yeah, I always had some sort of hustle going, you know.
I like that. Was that okay? I'm gonna again take a stab at something. Was that because you felt like you didn't want to ask anyone for anything? I'd rather just go do what I got to do.
Dude, you couldn't ask you couldn't ask anyone for anything really, because no one had anything.
Right.
Like in a small town, there's no real rich people, right? I find, you know, maybe the town's over, but like, yeah, you're fending for yourself really. So it's, yeah, which is good, man. It definitely taught me, you know, how to hustle, it's great. And I'll hustle all day.
Absolutely, bro. Because you can take that with you in whatever you're doing.
Totally.
Island Diaz, Roger Diaz, whatever you're doing.
Some other Diaz, yeah.
Joey Diaz.
Joey. Gary.
One other character I wanted to bring up. Now I'm blanking on the first name, the Hunk character.
Hank the Hunk.
Hank the Hunk.
Yeah.
Talk about Hank the Hunk.
Dude, Hank's lit right now, bro. Yeah, we gotta chill Hank out. Like, he's getting me too wasted. Yeah, no, Hank's doing stand-up comedy. He was rapping. You know the Elmo combo?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Legendary spot.
Shout out T.
Neon
Turn Ups. So they threw the show for, you know, Kofi? Drake's new
Okay.
Shout out Kofi, but yeah, they threw a show for him. Ethan Torrance was on the show, and he's actually part of the Island Diaz team.
Saw him
He's
on
a,
your page.
Yeah, he's a sick rapper. And Hank was his hype man. So Island Diaz sponsored that one, which is pretty fucking awesome. Like, it was wild. Like, I haven't been to a rap show in so long. Like a Toronto rap show,
Yeah.
you know? Like, I was at the Elmo Combo every other weekend, like, for years. But yeah, that was super exciting. And Hank just, you know, shut it down as he would.
That's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah. Hank pops in and out, you know?
Yeah. A couple more Island Diaz shots.
Yeah.
Might see Hank.
Yeah, you might see Hank.
Yeah, I need him a little
Hank,
bit more.
Hank might be in the car. We don't know.
Hank's in the car. No, I love that, bro.
No, but Hank, again, dude, he's done a couple stand-up comedy. Like, he did the Comedy Bar, the Comedy Lab. Shout out
Cheers
Ben
again, by the
Davies.
way.
Yeah, cheers. Ben Davies, shout out to you.
Shout out, Ben. I love that.
We're actually going to do a Hank the Hunk. Again, I've never done an Indiegogo or like a GoFundMe or whatever, but I'm going to do one for Hank. Like,
Okay.
Hank the Hunk, short film, like a 10-minute short.
That would be fucking fire.
It's going to be good, dude.
Really good.
And it's about him trying to become a stand-up comedian.
That
He
would
found
be
his new
excellent.
calling. Hank the Hunk, the stand-up comedian, but nobody's laughing. That's the tag.
That would be excellent.
It's gonna be good.
I'm sold.
It's gonna be good. I'll send you his stand-up. It's interesting. You know,
down.
it's good.
I just like the idea of you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Like, I've got a character I want to play. Oh yeah, I could go film this. And
Yeah,
put
yeah.
It out. Like, I love that.
I always kind of forget about that. But even I was just with my partner. We were doing some stuff at Red Bull, and we were just chatting about like how much content we kind of put out and how, you know, it's valuable for sure.
yeah.
But it's, again, we don't really think about how fortunate we are to just, we have a whole studio, we have a bunch of cameras, lighting, and we just think of something and just put it out, you know. There's no one telling us we can't do it.
No.
You know, so that's great.
It's very true, man. I think that there's a bit of people that are caught up in, will this content get seen by everybody? And that's a factor, but I think you got to do it first.
Yeah, I don't think about that at all.
I don't think you can.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You'll never know.
You know what, dude? I got blinders on, like, for the first time in a while. You know, like, directing commercials, you always want to see what other directors are doing.
Right.
But for this, like, other brands, it's not that I don't care. It's just I don't care. I got to focus on.
You can't
on
afford to care, bro.
No, man. Like, we're we're climbing at a steady rate, and we're doing everything that we want to do, and it's working. Like, people are following it, people are buying it, people want more of it. So we're just focus on that. And shout out the competition, but we're top 3. We're not 3, and we're not going for number 2. So.
Big facts.
Yeah.
I love that. No, that's great, bro. That's what I really wanted to talk to you about, too. The fact that music video director, film director, producer, maker of alcohol, a fucking wrestling, like, gimmick or whatever Hank is. Like, literally, you could do all of that shit.
Yo, Hank's really a real wrestler, though.
He's actually wrestled.
Yeah, Superkickd. You know what Superkickd is?
Hell yeah, I've been in a Superkickd show.
Watch this really quick.
Let me see this. But just to finish my thought, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Long story short.
Yeah, sorry, you can.
No, that's crazy, bro.
Dude, this is fucking wild.
Toronto has a great wrestling community as well.
Oh fuck, huge. Dude! Like when we were into wrestling, like me and my older brother, we would all the kids around the area, we would just have our own wrestling like league. My brother's older, like 3 years older, so it was mainly his friends. But I was like the light heavyweight, and my dad worked at this factory, and he would just grab wood and he built his wrestling ring in our backyard. Sick. It was fucking crazy.
Backyard wrestling.
Yeah, like
love it,
like for real. Hold on, I gotta show you this. You'll die.
Holy shit!
Yes, I wrestled for a whole day.
That guy's massive too. Fuck. Hank just got tossed over the top rope.
I'll send you this.
I'm down.
Put it up. Yeah, no,
that was hard,
dude. The next day, I was like, "Holy fuck, dude! Like wrestling, it's real."
Oh my god,
it's real as you and me, bro. Like that was fucking crazy.
You were like kind of a lifelong wrestling fan.
In and out, dude. Like as soon as Bret Hart got screwed out of WWF, I went to WCW, and it just wasn't really the same. Like no dynamic there.
So you switched sides.
I still watched the other one, and I just like
Scott Hall and
I love
Nash.
those guys. They were great, but like again, I just kind of dropped it all.
Yeah.
And then I got really heavy into skateboarding. I was always kind of into skateboarding, but like after that, I was like, fuck it, we're not wrestling anymore. So now I'll watch like the old wrestling, and then sometimes some of the new stuff, but I can't really get into it.
Isn't definitely not the same as when you're a kid. It's,
but
it doesn't hit the same.
I don't know. There's still like grown adults that love it, but I don't believe the characters as much. I guess.
No. It's it's trends happen in your life. It's like
for sure.
Interests change.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out wrestling forever though. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely a big part of my heart for sure. That's where Hank started.
Yeah, because I saw him with fucking pretty legit looking belts.
Oh yeah,
European championship belt.
One summer I spent like $1,200, probably more on belts.
I love that you got the European championship.
I had the European, I had the Intercontinental, the World Wrestling, and the Tag Team Championships. Yeah. So I got all those belts because those are like my favorite ones. And then my lawyer's friend bought the World Championship for like 3 times the amount that I paid for it.
Sick.
So immediately sold it. So I haven't bought that again. But yeah, spent way too much money on those things.
Nah, fuck that. That's an investment.
But they're the knockoff ones though too. But they're still like $300 each.
Yeah, no, they're massive too.
They're crazy. Yeah.
With the skateboarding stuff, were you a Harold Hunter fan by any
Love
chance?
Harold Hunter. My favorite movie is Kids.
Thank you, bro.
Kids. I had to show mad people Kids because they just didn't get, and like their photography was Kids, and they just didn't understand where it came from. So I just I usually have like kids like sit down.
Kids is the movie that I've said to everyone that I've ever met who asked me, like, what's a film that you want to say? Like, Kids is the one, bro.
It's crazy.
It fucking blew me away. Crazy.
Dude, my cousin Dean, who was actually one of the best skateboarders I've ever seen in the person, he was 4 years older than me. Like, he would be pro like 10 times over. He's amazing. He showed me Kids when I was like 10.
Wow, that's young.
But that's when it came out. I was like, what? I thought it was like a horror movie.
95, I think, right?
96.
Like
95, 96. Something or no, like 94.
Mid-90s.
Something like that. It's like when Supreme kind of came out. Like, that was that era, right?
Yeah.
But
man, excellent fucking film.
The best film.
I agree. You know what hit me about that film, bro? Definitely want to stay on this topic for a minute. Yeah. I knew kids like that, bro. Maybe not as fucking, like, fully crazy. I think even their director said, like, yeah, most of the time it's not going to happen all in one day, but this shit did happen. And I saw that shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, I definitely saw stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what hit me. It was very real.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people thought it was a documentary.
I know.
And Leo Fitzpatrick, who now he owns like an art gallery in Manhattan somewhere.
Oh yeah,
Telly, yeah. But like he was working at a skate shop and people call and threaten to kill him.
I heard him say that.
Yeah, pretty wild.
And Casper was like really in the scene. Like,
yeah,
really,
he was
real
sick,
skateboarder,
like a real skate. And then Harold as well. Both of them passed.
I know.
But yeah, like again, like their style really changed. Like that whole movie when skateboarding was that was what I was into.
I was born a little bit after it, but I definitely would have been into
for
that.
sure.
I'm a guy that really never skateboarded in my life. I love skateboard culture, bro.
Yeah.
Lords of Dogtown, one of my favorites. Like, I love the kind of rebel side of things.
Yeah, it's like with Island Diaz, just do whatever you want.
Facts.
We might get in trouble sooner or later, but like we're not really going or trying to get in trouble, but we don't really want to be told what to do.
What kind of trouble do you mean? Like legal trouble?
Legal stuff.
Yeah.
Like you're not supposed to, like, I don't know, drink alcohol in a commercial. That kind of stuff we know not to do, but like who knows where you're not allowed to
drinking apple juice.
Yeah, well, I mean this is real life, baby.
There we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
This is real life.
I feel you. I think that rebel spirit is important. Even with wrestling was the same thing. That was the reason I liked wrestling too. Like, yeah, rebel shit.
Totally.
Like, fuck it, man. I never liked the clean cut, like, super.
What is? Oh, it's like
Superman and shit. I never cared about that type of shit.
Batman, though. Batman's.
He's dark. He's a city guy. He's a dark hood guy.
He's a hood guy. Yeah,
I like that.
Sure.
Of all of them, definitely. I like that grimy shit, bro.
Totally. No, he's yeah.
Even I still thought your short film was pretty grimy too. Like that's why I said dark. Like platform. I thought that was grimy. Like hearing the subway noises and shit. Like I love city culture. And
for sure.
That type of stuff is what sits with me.
And trust me, dude. Like once things start happening more, like I got some wild shit to bring. But right now, comedy's a lot easier to get out. A lot, for me. Sure. But yeah, the drama stuff, it's definitely, we all got dirt, and we all got stories. So
real shit.
Stay tuned.
Did you like any other Harmony Korine shit?
Yeah, I like all of it really. I thought he did a really good job on Spring Breakers.
Loved it.
I watched that by myself in the theater. No one wanted to go, so I was like, fuck it.
I'm a huge Riff Raff fan too, and obviously, like, I was seeing James Franco. I'm like, is he Riff Raff? I'm like, I need to go see this.
Yeah,
so good.
Riff Raff, I think he's like vegan now, sober, and he's vegan.
Very interesting guy.
Yeah. And then what's the other one that came out? The Beach Bum. I thought that was good. There's other stuff like Gummo, that obviously classics.
Crazy.
But Fight Harm is something that, have you heard about this?
No.
So he would just get people to fight him. It never really came out. Yeah, interesting. He's not a
big
though.
Guy either. That's funny.
No, I supposedly he's got his ass kicked the whole time.
I would think so.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, definitely like an interesting dude in a way of being weird, which I liked.
Me too.
And like again, I didn't really understand how he's doing like comedic things like the Beach Bum and that kind of stuff, but he's just, he's allowed to do whatever he wants. Like myself, like, yeah, I'm doing comedy now, but I might be doing dramatic stuff later.
Have you ever been on sets, though, like maybe a music video or something where you're like, this is this is just not what I like to do, but I got to do it. Just I committed to it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we all get to do a lot of cool stuff, but then you still have to do stuff that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
That's just kind of part of it. Bro. For sure, it's just kind of part of it. Like, sometimes you sign on a project, it doesn't turn out to be what you want to do, but, like, you got to look past that, because it's selfish if you're just thinking about yourself. Like, you know, people are paying you to be there. They're paying you to pay attention, paying you to this and the other. If you didn't want to do it, just don't do it. You know, 40% of the stuff that I have to do, I don't love, but I committed to it. If I didn't commit to it, then like whatever. But yeah, I gotta, you know, show up and show out. So.
And I think that's what makes you a professional.
No, for sure. And again, dude, like there's been a million times where like I shouldn't have taken this, but again, that's my fault.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get it over with. The worst though is when it takes forever to do it. That's the
way bigger
part.
Commitment than you.
Yeah. This one day turned into 4 months. You're just like, oh man, fuck me.
Real shit, because you're right. Like a short term thing, it's like, all right, I'll get in the. Let's just
get in and out. Let's do it. Yeah.
But then it stretches. Oh my god. Like,
oh, the stretching, bro.
Takes forever.
I find it's more on the lower budget things.
Yeah.
It's always the lower budget or the no pay is always the stuff that I kick myself in the ass. And like half the time, I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I'll just go in, I'll help them, and yeah, it'll be good. And it's like, yeah, it just wears you out.
Yeah.
You know, so I kind of started saying no to a lot of that kind of stuff. Again, like if instead of doing those, I could just work on the rum stuff or get more jobs on the other side of things. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. And you know what? I think you mentioned like a young director should start as a PA and, you know, gain that experience. I think
watch other people fuck up, you know, like that's the main thing. Like, you know, you don't want to make all the mistakes yourselves because you're gonna get blacklisted. But if you can watch me do what I'm doing and I fuck up or something, then you know not to do that.
Yeah, and actually in the other interview I was watching with you, I think you said, listen, if you fuck up, just own it. The worst thing you can do is try to say you didn't fuck up.
Oh yeah, I've seen that a lot. A lot of young people try to just like, you know, push it on to someone else. And at the end of the day, that's not even just directing. That's just being a person. Mm-hmm. Like just you
everyone
fucked up.
Just
totally.
take that out.
For sure.
Yeah. Was directing a good test for you of like dealing with different personalities?
Yeah, I've learned I can deal with pretty much anyone.
Sick.
And I always find like directing is more just having a conversation with someone and making them feel comfortable around you, you know? And I feel like I'm just naturally good at that, you know? Getting something out of them that's really on them too, you know, that's not just me. Like they have to bring that, but, you know, making them trust you is a huge part.
Absolutely. So, you can take them to the water, but they got to drink.
This guy.
Cliche gang. Let's go.
I love it.
Can't say I made up that line, but
I believed you, dude.
There you go.
That was the first time I heard that.
Love it. No, that's real, man. And you know what? I think that's a skill too that's gonna help you in fucking anything you do in the future as well.
Oh, for sure.
Meetings with the alcohol, meetings with fucking other people.
Well, yeah. Again, like, did I think when I started film that I was gonna have an alcohol company? No. I was doing a bunch of NFTs last year. We sold a bunch of NFTs last year. Did I think I was going to sell digital art? No.
Sick.
Did I think I was going to make a movie? No. Did I think I was going to, you know, like, it's just like, I always think about what the 10-year-old version of myself would think about. You know, like, I'd be like, wait, what? I don't drink booze, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, it's all about doing stuff that, I don't know, it's just cool. Like, I had no intention really to do stand-up comedy, but then it just kind of happened. But I'll do anything for the brand too.
Yeah.
Right? But it's just, you know, checking off. It's not even my bucket list. Maybe it's someone else's, but I'm still checking them off.
Facts, man. You know what I say to a lot of people too? At the end of the day, you'll get a good story out of it.
For sure, bro.
Man. You
for
can
sure.
talk about this after and be like, this was wild.
It was fun. Yeah, dude, doing stand-up comedy is fucking out of control.
How have you done that once or more?
I've done it twice, but within the last like month.
Oh yeah, that's a new venture.
New. Yeah, again, I've been working in comedy for a while. I used to throw stand-up comedy nights at Man of Kent with Mark McNally. And yeah, so I've been around it for a while. A lot of my good friends are comedians. But again, it doesn't like negate like me getting up on stage and doing it myself. Mm-hmm. That's, yeah.
How was that rush?
It was good, man. Like again, I'm dressed up as a character too, right? So there's a little bit more to it, but yeah, I wasn't nervous in the slightest though. You know, I went up there and I just did what I had to do and got it. But like, again, I really just fucking talked about the brand a bunch.
Smart.
You know?
Smart. Excellent. That's excellent, man. That's a real business.
Yeah, for sure. It's promo. Again, like that's why it's I could be nervous, but really I got to do it.
Hell yeah.
You got to do it.
You ever take a shot or something before you go on?
No. I try to do that kind of stuff sober.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of get like not as quick.
100%.
You know, and I talk a lot with the audience, so I want to make sure I'm like a little witty. So, yeah, no. The rapping thing was like fucking. That was fucking.
Faded.
Yeah. We were doing tons of shots in the back.
There we go.
With like 20 people. It was great.
Party vibe.
Yeah, it was great.
Love it, bro. So we're at over an hour now.
No way.
Crazy, right?
Wow.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Right.
Anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to promote? Plug?
Just this, dude. I'll come back with just
Island
this because I kind of forget everything else, but this is it.
Who designed the label?
Oh, Jake Carruthers.
Flames.
Tell you one story. So I wrote a strip for Jake, and he did this. So it was like straight up pirating. Yeah, no, he's fucking so talented.
I love that. Parrot was that Parrot. And the treasure chest on the back too.
Yeah, dude, Jake's lit.
Rum and pirates go together well.
Yeah, rum and anything, dude.
Yeah.
Rum and anything.
Here we go. What's another good drink that people can drink this with, like other than Coke? Let's say
like a dark and stormy. One actually is the spicy Diaz daiquiri. So instead of just a daiquiri, which is lime juice, simple syrup, and rum, we do lime juice, must be fresh, a spicy simple syrup. Mm-hmm. So you're just like adding chilies into your simple syrup, but very easy to make. Habanero bitters, and then rum. And it's very, very tasty.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Everyone's kind of getting into the spicy kick.
I like spicy more than sweet. So I think that will...
Yeah, you'd like it then. Yeah. And it's good because this is kind of like, this isn't a sweet rum, but like it kind of adds something.
I would drink this shit, bro. I like it.
Perfect. Yeah.
I like it.
We're in Saga.
Are you?
We're in Square One. We're in
the LCBO over there?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
We're in a bunch.
Island Diaz, man. That's going to be the new drink.
This is it.
Thumbnail. Gang, gang, gang.
Boom.
That's just fire, bro.
Yeah, that's about it. Dude, that was fucking fast.
Time flies, bro. How'd you meet Tyreek or Die? That's one other thing I wanted to ask you, actually. Shout out to
Ty?
bro. Yeah.
Yo, I love Ty.
Legend.
Through one of my favorite rappers, Looney Blue. Shout out Looney. Do you know Looney?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Looney's...
Yo, did you wrestle him or something? There was a flyer.
Yeah, I didn't wrestle him. No,
it was a wrestling flyer.
No, he came by. This was last year. And we just did like the promos, like him against me.
Sick.
It was good. Yo, Looney's the best.
On YouTube?
It's somewhere.
I gotta watch that, bro. I actually heard of him through Tyreek.
Like recently.
So there's a...
How do you know Ty?
You ever heard of Erin Martin? Super dope Toronto Brampton artist. She painted this actually. Really, and she makes unreal music, and Ty opened for her. And then that's how I heard of him. And then through doing some research for his interview, I saw him and Looney Blue had an interview together. Really sick interview, by the way. So yeah. Yeah,
Looney's a legend.
Yeah, he is a legend, bro.
Legend. But yeah, no, I met Ty through Looney, and then I did, the Kardashian track?
Yeah.
I did the video for it.
No way.
Did you see it?
I have, and on the podcast we talked about the thumbnail with the thumbnail
had nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that one.
10 out of 10 though.
Yeah, but the video, it was so fun to do.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna go watch that again to get a different. I didn't know you shot that. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, that's the first thing I did with Ty. And then we've been helping each other out here and there, but I love Ty. He's a legend, hello, bro.
Man. Shout out to Ty.
Shout out Tyreek or Die.
Big facts.
That's how I found out about you.
I know.
Yeah.
The universe is very small,
it's a circle.
But very rewarding.
It's a circle. Anyways.
It's a circle, man. Island Diaz, Hayden Currie, Roger Diaz. What other name? Hank the Hunk. Shout out everybody.
Shout them all out, bro.
Bret got screwed.
Bret got screwed, dude. That actually fucked me up, dude, for sure.
Man.
I watched that, like,
especially as a Canadian.
Yeah, we had pay-per-view. It was fucking the worst.
Well, yo, they were. It was like Canada versus the States too. Like
it was we're in Montreal.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I don't even want to bring that up.
Shout out to Bret, Versatile Vigilante. Is it at Island Diaz on IG?
Yeah, Island Diaz.
At
And then
Diaz.
at What's Your Island for the promo page.
Dope. At What's Your Island? At Island Diaz. At Versatile Vigilante. Let's get it.
Boom. That's great.
Fire, bro. That was awesome.
Fun.
That was a lot of fun.